This is the Education Business Podcast for all founders and business owners in the education sector. This podcast is for you if you have an education business or you're thinking about starting one. That could be tutoring, publishing, holiday clubs. It really doesn't matter. You're in business and you're also in education. But most of all, you're focused on improving outcomes for children in the way you know best, through your business. I'm Claire Riley, co-founder of educational resources website Classroom Secrets, and I'll be sharing how to make your education business bigger, better, and have more impact through my own experiences and also the conversations I have with other founders and business owners in education. The Education Business Podcast is sponsored by Classroom Secrets, helping you to support your children's learning. Have you ever felt stuck in your education business? I have. I've felt stuck a number of times. And I've spoken to other people who have felt stuck as well, other people in the education sector, people who listen to this podcast. How do you get out of it? It actually involves working on yourself, which probably sounds quite silly, but when you feel stuck and things aren't moving, a lot of the times it can actually be that you've lost your focus. Sometimes we set for ourselves a goal and we get quite close to it, but we forget to set ourselves a new goal. And that's when we can feel stuck and that things are stagnating. So if you're in this situation, I'd invite you to really think about what your next 5 years looks like. And I know that can be quite scary. Some people don't like to look so far ahead. But my advice is to think wild, crazy, even if you think like 20 years ahead, and then scale it down. So think of the most wild thing you'd want to happen, not necessarily just in your business, but also in your life, and then scale that down and think, hang on, no, actually, I don't want that. So for me, it would probably be something like, oh, become an actress because that's what I wanted to do when I was younger. But then when I think about it, I don't really want that. So I'd scale it down from that point. That helps you get a measure of what it is you really want, and then match what you need in business to fit that. So you might have thought in your mind, oh, I only want to take on a few tutors. But if you think about the kind of life you want to live, you might realise that a few tutors will never make that happen, and that actually you need to become a franchisor, or you need a team of 20 tutors. Sometimes we can have this disconnect between what our mind believes that we'll have in the future, but what's actually possible. So when you feel like you're stagnating, when you feel stuck, the thing that you need to do is actually start planning. Start thinking about the future and making plans to make your business bigger. Sometimes you need to just make the business bigger than yourself. Make sure it's got a wider purpose than just you. I hope that helps you feel unstuck if you're feeling stuck today. Thank you for listening to the Education Business Podcast. This podcast is sponsored by Classroom Secrets. To find more resources to grow your business, visit classroomsecrets.co.uk.